Hello everyone, this is Cecilia. This video will introduce you language and brain. Language is still a young science. Attempts to understand the complexities of human cognitive abilities and especially the acquisition and use of language are as old as history itself. And the idea that the brain is the source of human language and cognition goes back more than 2,000 years. The study of language is really important to understanding the brain-mind relationship. Also, the study of the biological and neural foundations of language is called neurolinguistics. Neurolinguistics covers both the neurobiological factors and psychological factors involved in comprehending, producing, and acquiring language. Then comes to human brain. The human brain is the most complex organ of the body. As the picture shows, there are many lobes located at different areas of the brain, which have different functions. Franz Joseph Forgot states that different human cognitive abilities and behaviors are localized in specific parts of the brain. Apart from that, he proposed that language is located in the frontal lobes of the brain. Look at this picture. It shows two areas of the brain, Broca's area and Wernicke's area. People with injuries to these two areas may have two kinds of aphasia. What is aphasia? It means language loss or disorders following brain damage. The study of aphasia is an important area of research in understanding the relationship between brain and language. And aphasia is the neurological term for any language disorder that results from brain caused by disease or trauma. First, I will introduce Broca's aphasia. Broca's aphasia is characterized by labored speech and certain kinds of word-finding difficulties, but it is primarily a disorder that affects the person's ability to form sentences using the rules of syntax. One of the most notable characteristics of Broca's aphasia is that the language is often agrammatic, which means it frequently lacks articles, prepositions, pronouns, auxiliary verbs, and other function words. In that case, Broca's aphasia, also called agrammatic aphasics. Inflection omission is one of the features of these aphasics. Apart from that, Broca's aphasics also have difficulty understanding complex sentences. Here is an example produced by a Broca's aphasia patient. Now you have seconds to read it. Then is Wernicke's aphasia. Unlike Broca's patients, people with Wernicke's aphasia produce fluent speech with good intonation, and they can use the rules of syntax. However, their language is often semantically incoherent. People with injuries to Wernicke's area have difficulty in naming objects presented to them and also in choosing words in spontaneous speech. They make numerous lexical errors, often producing jargon and nonsense words. Here is an example produced by Wernicke's patient. It likes tongue twister, but it's really hard to be understood. There are further experimental evidence of brain organization. The first one is split brains. It's the result of an operation for epilepsy in which the corpus callosum is severed, thus separating the brain into its two hemispheres. There is no communication between two brains. The next one is dichotic listening. is an experimental method for brain research in which subjects hear different auditory signals in the left and right ears. The last one is event-related potentials. It's the electrical signals emitted from different areas of the brain in response to different kinds of stimuli. Now we come to the end of this video. I will make a brief conclusion. Much research is centered on experimental and behavioral data from people with impaired language. These results help us to understand language structure and acquisition. Also, the search for language and brain is going on and provides new insights into the nature of the brain and language. Here are the references. Thank you for your watching.